And we are live. Welcome everybody to our spoiler talk of Avengers Endgame.
Oh, damn.
Welcome.
Welcome. Let me...
I thought you were going to say, welcome to our spoiler talk, and then I was going to be like, he was dead the whole time, but then you said Endgame.
What?
You specified.
Oh,
Oh,
What are you talking about for The Sixth Sense?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Anyways. All right, let's do our normal intro. We got no one in the chat. I'm actually one person watching, but no one's in the chat.
it's Jesse. He hasn't watched it yet.
Right. Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Manny.
Welcome to our Avengers Endgame spoiler talk. We've each seen the film, and we are here to chat about it. Now, remember, this is a spoiler talk. So we're going to talk any and all spoilers. Nothing is off limits. So if you haven't seen the movie, feel free to leave and come back afterwards. If you have seen the movie, or if you don't care about spoilers, this is the video for you.
If you haven't seen the movie, why the hell did you push on the thing that says spoiler talk?
Some people like to do that. I spoil myself for movies all the time that I don't really want to see, but
Who doesn't want to see this?
people who've never seen any of the movies who are lame.
Communists. Yeah.
Fake fans.
The Russians, they don't want to hear Captain America Endgame. Anyway, so Manny, I'll let you kick it off with your thoughts since you are our official movie critique.
How about I read the synopsis, the official one first?
Ooh, yes, please go ahead.
Okay, it says, the grave course of events set in motion by Thanos that wiped out half the universe and fractured the Avengers' ranks compels the remaining Avengers to take one final stand in Marvel Studios' grand conclusion to 22 films, Avengers Endgame. Very short, to the point. But you can't really say much about this movie without spoiling anything, really.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, I love this. I loved it. When we first saw it, I'm gonna see it again tonight, but walking out of the theater, I had no words. I couldn't explain. I'm still thinking of what I witnessed with my own eyes.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Yeah. Dean, do you have a quick review?
Holy shit. Probably the best way I could come up with it. I like to watch trailers. I like to, look at stuff. So I'd kind of seen the movie panning out pretty much exactly how I thought it was going to. I was like, they're going to fight Thanos really early in the movie. Some shit's going to go wrong. They're going to have to go back. And that's when Ant-Man shows up. And they're going to split into teams and find the Infinity Stones. That's about how I knew it was going to go.
Yeah.
But holy shit, they threw in some good twists.
Yeah.
And then even bigger twists. And then a bigger twist. And then one last big twist. It was amazing. I loved it. It was so good. There are a few things that don't make any sense that we'll talk about here in a minute.
Okay.
But I loved it.
I don't know if you guys I don't know if you guys remember, but maybe a month ago I said, what if they take out Thanos in the first 15 minutes of the movie and then the rest of the movie is trying to figure out. I was like, oh my god, dude. Yeah, Zach, what'd you think?
Recently, Manny, you had seen a film, Captain Marvel, and you felt like you couldn't give your full thoughts because of your theater experience. And I feel like I had a similar thing. I'll talk about it here in a second, but I thought it was a really good movie. I didn't love it for one reason. I felt like, I don't know that it was a cramped movie, no doubt, in certain parts. But I felt like some parts maybe went for a little long. I think they had to give it a 3-hour runtime because if it wasn't, people would have complained. And I feel like the first act maybe was a little bit slow. Not the first 15 minutes, obviously, those were jam-packed. But, afterwards with dealing with what happened and the time gap. And, I felt like that whole up until they started getting into the nitty gritty with going back in time, that sequence felt a little slow. Maybe I was just so anxious to get to like the big stuff. I loved the twists. Nebula in particular was they used that character fantastically.
Dude, it was really refreshing.
Yeah, it was good. I loved a lot of the we've seen the Avengers in certain movies and everything like that, but I love seeing like the after effects, like when they're in the tower after they arrested Loki and got the Tesseract, seeing the other perspective. I thought that was so neat. Like oh, this is what happened after we left the left the room.
Part was so cool.
Dude, that was amazing.
I was like, dude, what a cool way of like using your knowledge of the future.
Yeah,
I was like, that was cool. That was a really nice nod.
Yeah,
not only to Avengers 1 but Captain America 2.
Yeah,
because you don't see those characters in Avengers 1.
No.
So to see them show up in a different context, they would have been.
But it makes perfect sense. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it was so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. That was amazing.
Yeah. So I thought it was good. I'm gonna see it again tomorrow, and I know Manny's gonna see it again tomorrow. I think Dean's gonna see it again ASAP. Or I'm sorry, tonight. Yeah. And I think the second time I see it, because I left the theater in a bad mood because so the guy that I was sitting next to, it was him and his girlfriend, and they got there late to the movie, which is annoying. First off, they got there after the Hawkeye scene. So it's like, why even show up at that point? So they got there, they sat down, and I'm like, okay, traffic, whatever, maybe they're getting concessions. And the whole movie, both of them had their phones out, and they were Snapchatting like the screen of the movie, and they were texting, and the guy had his phone on the phone rest, and it kept going off, like he kept getting calls, and he kept walking out and then coming back. It was just a nightmare. And there were a lot of scenes that were kind of ruined because I had the guy walking in front of me to get out and then back into his seat. And, but last night I was thinking about it, and this morning my wife hasn't seen it and she wants to see the movie. And obviously I'm not going to spoil it for her, but I kept thinking like, oh, this is neat. And then this is neat. And then this is neat. And I'm actually really excited to see it again. And I think hopefully I'll have a better theater experience. So I would say, I don't want to give my thoughts just yet, but I would say I was really happy with the film. And like you guys had mentioned, the twists were really good. Let's, I guess, start off with the beginning of the movie. Obviously, Hawkeye has a reason to get back into the fight. His family was dusted by Thanos, which is just brutal. I love the way that they executed that scene. He turns around and then everyone's gone. And you can just see the little dust in the wind.
Right.
What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, dude, that was devastating. And I was like, at least he didn't have to see it, because
how you wouldn't know what's going on, like if your family just dusted, like
right? What? Yeah, you have no context of what's happening.
Yeah,
that was pretty powerful. I think.
Yeah, it was
pretty emotional.
And I will say, it definitely made me. I always dog on Hawkeye, even leading up to this film. Dude, but it really made me appreciate him as a character, and seeing
he was a really great character in this movie.
They really used him well in this film.
Yeah.
So Thanos, they obviously, Captain Marvel saves the day and saves Tony Stark, Nebula, and Rocket, and or I guess no, Rocket was on Earth. I'm sorry. He saves Nebula and Tony Stark.
Ant-Man saves everyone.
Dude, it was a little weird
Captain
seeing
Marvel
Thanos.
gets him to space.
It was weird. It was weird seeing him like in a t-shirt and like regular pants.
Before we get to Thanos, I got to give a shout out to the special effects. They made Tony Stark look just malnourished and just weak.
I don't think that was special effects. I think that was actually him.
Really? No, he looked good. He looked like not good, but he looked good for the situation that he was in. Like I was like, wow, that's impressive. Like
Robert Downey Jr. is a badass actor.
Yeah.
I honestly think I mean, I don't know, but like I'm sure he was
weight.
Yeah, maybe like 30, 40 pounds for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they filmed that like way after.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It could be special effects. If it is, my hat's off.
Yeah, they did a good job either way. But yeah, it was interesting, man. He's seeing Thanos just farming and making lunch and dinner in the shirt and the t-shirt. It was weird.
Dude, I did not like, and then like he was missing an ear, and I was just like, just to see Thanos in that state, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I guess my question for you guys, because I've admitted in the past I'm not like the biggest MCU guy and the biggest Marvel guy, but it almost seemed like to me that Thanos regretted doing the snap, and that's why he destroyed the stones. Is that what y'all guys got from that, or am I totally misreading?
I don't think he regretted it. I think
No.
he says it like once the stones, once he did that, it served its purpose. There was no more use for him except
Oh,
for,
okay, yeah, I gotcha.
except
I guess
he says
if he regretted it, he
says
could have just brought everyone back. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was like, there's no need. I guess he anticipated that they would try this.
So he did it so
anyway,
they couldn't do it.
and he was like,
Pretty
what
much.
I did, there's
That's-
no need to undo it. So I just destroyed the stones.
There's
Yeah.
no more need for the stones, basically. Like, it's already done.
Yeah. Thor killing Thanos was brutal. That whole scene
Dude,
when
I
Captain
did-
Marvel was like, "I'm gonna go kill him," and I was like, "Okay." And then
I did
and War
not
Machine,
see that
War
coming.
Machine said my exact thoughts. Like, well, everyone here is about the superhero life, so cool it. And then they go in there, kick his ass. I was shocked. I was like, well, it's a good thing Manny got the Infinity War Thanos.
Yeah.
And then of course,
Can we going back to the Hot Toys Thanos? Now
Uh-huh.
that I've seen Endgame, don't get me wrong, I like the armored version, but I think getting this version of Thanos was the more menacing. Like,
Yeah, for
the
sure.
more like this is the Thanos to get. The armored one is cool, but
But you're saying the one you have is the one to get.
yeah, like this
I totally
Thanos
agree. I totally agree.
like his story, because the the Endgame Thanos is the one from like 2014 or something, and he
Technically,
had
like the same guy, but
mindset.
it's a different character.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I think
kind of.
Infinity War, that version of Hot Toys, is the one to get.
No, I agree. I totally agree. Do you feel that way about? I guess we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but do you feel that way about the Iron Man?
Dude, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, yeah, let's save it for later. But
I want to hear.
I want to get
Dean's
back
thoughts.
to that.
Yeah,
What do you think?
My thoughts on which part?
like about how I said the Iron Man. I mean the Thanos, the Infinity War Thanos is the one to get. Like, what about the Iron Man's?
I think Infinity War Thanos is just way cooler. I think the armor is cool, but I don't know. He's just so much more menacing.
Yeah, yep.
Like when he appears in Wakanda and comes out of the portal,
Dude,
dude,
it's
that's such
fucking
a
dope.
fucking epic scene.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, I posted about this today on my Facebook. I was like, watching Infinity War almost makes you root for Thanos. Like, he's not
I wouldn't say root for
dislikable
him,
character.
but you're right. He's very noble in his conquest. He's not doing it like, oh, only the poor people, or it's very indiscriminate. It's just 50-50,
Dude,
and he's doing it to make everything better, even though it's a horrible thing that he's doing.
Right.
Dude,
Well-written
And you
villain.
almost sympathize with him because you could tell he almost doesn't want to do it. And
Especially
he's
when he
just
gets to the Soul Stone.
right. And he's just kind of like,
Correct
it
me-
has to be done.
correct me if I'm wrong, but Infinity War Thanos wanted he did the snap to to basically bring balance to the universe.
Right.
But Endgame Thanos had the mindset of nobody is going to survive except for maybe me. I don't know.
Yeah,
he had a different he had a different
yeah.
mindset, definitely.
So Infinity War Thanos wanted to. He was basically saying there's too many things in this universe. We need to snap half of them out, and then
Balance it out.
so that they will flourish. But you're right. The in-game Thanos was like, I want to do it to a single atom and then repopulate it. He himself would have to repopulate.
Correct. There you go.
Because
Yes.
he was saying that he miscalculated, because when you kill half of everything, the other half still remembers the people that they lost and the things that they
Yes.
lost.
Yes. You
So-
got it right in the head.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. So obviously they kill Thanos, and then they realize that in order to potentially bring everyone back, they have to go back in time. Tony Stark, in like 2 seconds, figures it out, and that kicks the plot in motion. Now, I'm a huge fan of body positive Thor. Like, that's my new cosplay from this point.
Dude, I can now cosplay as Thor, and it'll be
I
movie.
know. We need to cosplay as Thor immediately. And the thing that was kind of weird to me is in Infinity War, when he's harnessing the power of the sun to make the Stormbreaker,
Uh-huh.
he's all burned and crispy and ugly, and he's wearing like shit clothing, and then he snaps his finger, and then he's like, or whatever, like he shows up in Wakanda with like a clean fade, and like he's all
Yeah.
nice. And I kept waiting for him to do that and
Same.
make him skinny
Same.
again. and then he didn't, and it just.
I
then at
I
the
don't
end,
mind
he has
that he.
the cape and the gut.
I don't
I-
mind that he went back, that he didn't go back to normal. I kind of liked, this new fresh look on
It was
on
fresh.
Thor.
'Cause, Manny, you had mentioned last podcast or the one before the heavy set Spider-Man figure that you were like, hey, this is cool. Like this is a figure that looks
Yeah,
like
it
us.
represents us big folk.
Yeah. Dean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was gonna say I thought they were gonna do like a, because they're trying to figure out time. So we're gonna send you back, and for us it'll be 10 seconds, but for you it'll be, I don't know, a few months. And so
Yeah.
they were gonna send Thor, and he'd show back up all ripped. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, I used my time to work out and get better. But I didn't. Let's see. I don't mind that he was a bigger guy. I just thought he was out of character the entire movie.
Yeah, imagine if you were holding off on Infinity War Thor. And you're like, I'm gonna wait for the in-game Thor.
Right.
And Hot Toys
Dude,
and-
if Hot Toys does make this big version of Thor, I think I might get it. Like that's
you
a
don't
cool,
have a Thor,
dude.
right?
I
No,
like
I
the
don't.
beard. The
Dude, he
beard
looks-
was cool.
He looks pretty cool with the beard and the
Oh.
glasses and all that good stuff.
Dude, he looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
the taco belly.
He looks more.
There you go, dude. Man, you should Photoshop Thor's face.
He
on this.
looks more
Right.
like. Did you guys ever play Fortnite?
No.
Okay, well, there's a character on there called Ragnarok, and he's like a Viking, and he's got that beard that's like tied in on itself. Like he looks more Ragnarok, even though there's a Thor
Dude,
Ragnarok.
Thor
My
looks
point,
like
he
he just
looks
walked
like
out
a
of
fucking
Austin,
Viking.
Texas.
It's really cool.
Looks like
What?
he just came out of Austin, Texas. That's
Oh.
what, he looks like an Austin resident.
He doesn't look like a hippie douchebag.
I mean, he drinks beer.
I'm gonna get lit up in the comments though.
Yeah, dude. When they introduced what is his little that rock guy Taika Waititi's character?
Korg.
Yeah, when they
Hey,
introduced
man.
them, that little dude was all eating pizza, all chill. Like, dude,
Right.
oh man, that was gold.
So,
Oh, hey, you mean?
going into the time travel portion, let me ask you guys this. Maybe it's because War Machine is paralyzed, but I thought it was odd that Tony didn't have an. I mean, obviously he had the Iron Man suit underneath the white suit, but I thought it was odd that he didn't go into the time machine in the suit like War Machine did.
That's what I was wondering the whole time.
Well,
And then
because isn't
randomly
it,
War Machine got a second suit, and then I guess just staying on Iron Man here, he went from Mark 50 to Mark 85, and we only saw the Pepper
Yeah,
Potts
they
suit
didn't cover
and
that
Mark
at all.
he did. He has that bleeding edge technology or whatever, so it doesn't show. Like it's all just.
So I guess
his-
War Machine doesn't have the bleeding edge.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that makes sense. Yeah, the time travel stuff was really cool. I loved the Captain America ass jokes that they were making.
Oh, Marissa did too.
I bet it was hilarious. And then at the end, when he knocks himself out, and he's like, "Damn, that is America's ass."
Yeah, dude, that
The whole
was good.
Theater just busted out laughing. And this is such a good film to see in a theater because there's moments where you're gonna laugh. There's moments where there's clapping. There's moments where dead silent. You could hear a pin drop in the theater. And
Pin dropper, that guy sitting next to you, his phone ring. One of those two.
yeah, right. Well, at least not for me. So they get the stones, and in the process, Thanos uncovers the plot. What did you guys think of that twist? I thought it was really good.
First off, can I say how much of a babe Brie Larson looked like with her short hair? My goodness, she made my seat moist.
No.
Well,
Oh, sorry. Okay.
she was good looking. I mean, I like it. You know, my wife cuts her hair short every now and again. It looks pretty good. But
Short, not fucking. Anyway.
Dean,
Um,
come on, Dean.
I thought it was interesting, like the whole Nebula thing, how she was able to see the memories of the other Nebula. I thought that was kind of weird, but it worked to advance the plot because at one point, you know, other than Loki, I was like, this is going too easy. Like, I feel like, you know, and it kind of stretched out that act a little bit longer. But I thought it was pretty good, you know.
Dude, how about that re-intro to Guardians 1? That was amazing.
Dude,
That was gold, dude.
I
I,
love that. That
that
was
was-
so good.
like,
I
so
mean,
he's an
a
idiot.
moron. Yeah,
Oh,
he's an
yeah,
idiot.
dude. And he just boom right in the face. Man, that was gold.
Yeah. So, Manny, I had texted you about this yesterday, but I guess it seems like Loki stole the Tesseract,
yeah.
obviously. So you were saying that you think that the
That's where his new Disney Plus movie
yeah,
is going
there
to
you go.
take off from, because
That
it's
was
like
pretty cool.
it's like an alternate reality, so
Okay.
it'll be a little adventure there.
Really quick, the Scarlet Witch and Vision show is supposed to take place in the 50s.
I heard that, dude.
No, I didn't hear
Yeah.
that.
That's so
wild.
confusing.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm sure Disney knows what they're doing, so it'll make sense. But right now, I'm just like, I can't.
Well,
You know.
let's not give credit where credit's probably not due. Marvel knows what they're doing.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Marvel Studios.
True dat. So after they assemble the stones, and it seems that Tony Stark has made himself a gauntlet. What did you guys think about that? I thought it was pretty good.
Unfortunately, that's the bit that got spoiled for me.
And that's
So-
the thing that I thought
So
I had
what-
seen.
So which
and-
part? I guess when Hulk put it on was what you guys.
Yeah.
spoiled?
Yeah, I
that's
saw. I mean, now I can say yeah, that's what I saw. But it was Hulk holding something, but I didn't. I like quickly glanced and I. But we didn't talk about how I loved this Hulk, Professor Hulk.
I hated it.
Really? Did you?
I didn't
I-
understand why he had to be Hulk the whole movie.
Yeah,
You only
he-
saw Bruce Banner
not
once.
only did I hate it, but I felt like the CGI was just awful.
Oh,
I think the
really?
CGI
I
was
thought
good.
It was great. Yeah.
Really, I thought every other CGI except for maybe the last battle was really good, but the Hulk, I will say in the diner he looked fine, but in the other scenes it just really bothered
Well,
me.
he mentions that he found. I guess in the 5 years he was able to find like
His
that.
inner
Like yeah. So now he's basically like the Beast from X-Men, where he's always going to be.
Oh,
You know, I personally, when I first saw it, I was like, this is weird. But after he was like dabbing and stuff, I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this.
So I guess he doesn't really. I don't recall him fighting. Well, I guess at the end, I guess maybe he did fight a little bit. I couldn't. There was just so much going on. There was just a lot to take in. But when he gets into the Avengers 1 scene, and he's like, "Oh, just go smash some things," and he like kind of hits the car like softly, and then he kind of like throws the motorcycle.
Oh yeah,
Why did they tell him to go tear up some stuff? Was it just to like distract from other
to like
people?
blend in, I guess, because
Oh,
that
okay.
Hulk was like very dumb. I guess you could say.
Yeah. Real
Not
quick,
dumb,
we got
but-
3 people watching. So if you're watching, chime in on the live chat. We'll give you a shout
Hey,
out.
I'm one of them, so.
Well,
what up? Shout out Dean.
shout out to DJ Dynamite. So going back to the plot, they have the gauntlet. They assembled the stones, and before things can be obviously they snap and they bring everyone back. But before the rest of the stuff hits the fan, Thanos arrives.
That's the part where I got a little confused, like because he
Because didn't
was.
they say they didn't have any of the particles left, and then all of a sudden she brought back Thanos from the past?
Yeah, like does Thanos have time travel abilities? Because he's coming from 2014.
Yeah,
That's the part where I was like a little thrown off.
yeah. But man, once they got there, they laid siege
Oh,
to that place,
dude.
man. They got fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Clifford's watching. Thank
Cliff,
you for
what
supporting
up,
us, Clifford.
Cliff?
Dude,
Yeah, it
the
was
scene with where Ant-Man is looking at the birds,
dude. That was
Oh
And then-
yeah.
wild.
and then the missile just comes from the sky and obliterates it. I was like, "Fuck!" They just killed Ant-Man, and then I
That's
was
what
like,
I thought.
"Oh no, he's in the trailer," and he like jumps on the pencil. I was like, "He's okay."
See,
Did
I
they
didn't,
show the
I didn't
pencil?
see that trailer,
Yeah.
and I assumed that he had died when that happened.
I thought he
no,
died.
I legit thought he died, and then was like, "Oh no, we haven't seen that." And there's like fire and brimstone happening in that scene, so it's
Yeah.
like, "No, he's okay." And
But that scene,
sure
they
enough, he
do show
was.
it though in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's when everyone's drowning. He's like, "I'm coming," and he fucking jumps.
Yeah,
And
Dude,
then
when he's
saves-
like, when he's
Dude.
on Iron Man's shoulder, he's like, "Flick me," and he's just like
Yeah.
bending over. Oh my god.
okay,
God.
legitimately, I loved how important Ant-Man was in the movie. Not only with the quantum realm shit,
yeah.
but like he legitimately steps up to the plate of
Big
being
time.
like a fucking superhero.
Big
That's why.
fuck-
That's why I
Like,
told
oh, he's
Zach to
so
watch,
amazing in this movie.
Ant-Man and Wasp. Like it's just nice to know all that back info that he may
Yeah, I
have
need to
not
go
gotten.
back and rewatch some parts.
It's
Real
on
quick,
Netflix,
before
so
before we forget, I thought it was such a cool scene to see Tony Stark meeting his dad because
Oh,
he
dude.
always said that his dad never cared for him, and then the last
Dude,
time that they talked, it was just like a mess, and then his dad ended up dying, and for
to
him
get
to
that
chat with his
closure,
dude,
like,
that was, dude, I honestly teared up when he was
he's
like, giving
like,
him a hug.
yeah, he's
Dude,
like,
that
he's
was,
not even here yet, and I do anything for him. It was like,
dude.
God damn it, right in the
well,
face.
it's funny because he kind of carries that chip on his shoulder all the time. But even in Iron Man 2, when he's watching like the video reel of his dad,
Mhm.
and there's like kind of some behind the scenes of his dad, and then he's like, "Oh, if you're still watching this, Tony," and like the dad starts talking to him through this video,
Yeah,
like
but
he always
that also is mirrored
knows.
by himself when his during his funeral he recorded a video also for his daughter.
Right.
Really
Dude.
And
good.
it's like, yeah, it's just like he's always known that his dad really did care for him. But you know,
Yeah.
hindsight's 2020. But then to go back in time and
And
have
actually
a
hear
real
it, like,
face to
from
face
him.
conversation, yeah,
Yeah.
from him, yeah, it was a really cool scene.
Dude, I got super emotional when in the beginning when Tony Stark goes out to his daughter,
Mhm.
like like he had a daughter, like, and like she's the
Dude,
cutest thing in the
Thank
world.
you for bringing
like,
that up. Yeah, I as a dad, all the things that through Tony's arc in this film, dude, I was like crying at the end. It was like,
yeah, dude.
because you never
Oh,
want.
dude, I cried like 3 separate times in this movie.
Dude,
Yeah,
when she was with Happy
and then also
and-
just going back to the parents, Thor talking to his mom,
oh,
Dude, that's a
and
scene
that
I
was
cried in.
fucking
Jesus Christ.
feels, man.
That's one of the reasons I didn't understand Thor's arc in this movie, is because he's so focused in Infinity War.
And in this
But
movie,
then
he's like, there's beer, there's this, there's that, there's
He's depressed. You have to understand that.
Yeah, I know he's depressed, but like
You're not
he's
the same.
never been depressed, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
your
but this is like
fucking
a
mom died, your dad died, you had to kill your sister, your brother died, all your friends died. Like, it's like, okay, but now all
maybe
of
it
a
was
sudden
just a breaking
he's,
point. Like,
I guess.
it was
I
just
mean, you
throwing
can't
that broken
tell.
camel's back,
Yeah, you can't tell someone, okay, don't be depressed. You can't be depressed until that. Everybody takes.
I don't know. I'd
everybody-
be sad. I'd definitely be sad if one of my friends died, but I'd be devastated if my mom died. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd be way more sad if my mom or dad died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed odd to me. that
Yeah.
he was so out of character in this movie.
Probably one of the most hyped scenes. This got audible round of applause in the theater was when Captain America summoned the.
Oh,
I peed my pants.
Dude, I got fucking hyped. There was whistling,
Urine?
cheers.
Urine soaked my diaper that I was wearing.
Damn, dude, that was fucking dope.
I did not see that coming. Obviously,
I don't know why I didn't see it coming either. It's so obvious.
in Ultron, yeah, he like lifts it up like a tiny bit, but
Dude, seeing him wield that shit, dude, was fucking
Dude.
wild.
Dude,
that
he's
has to be-
so proficient with it immediately too.
dude, obviously, Hot Toys is going to include the hammer. I was
Dude,
telling,
that's why I was like, wait for them to fucking reveal some shit, because
yeah,
those hammers are really hefty.
um,
So
I was telling Zach yesterday that because it comes with 2 accessories. I'm thinking one accessory is
Hammer.
going to be the hammer, and then the other one is going to be like a twirling hammer.
I think it's gonna be a broken shield.
Yeah,
was-
that's what Zach said.
I thought it might be the broken shield, or it might be a second head sculpt of the old man version. And the only reason why I think that is because the price is $274, and that's the same price that the deluxe Luke was, and it had 2 head sculpts.
Yeah, but that already has 2 head sculpts, not 3 head sculpts.
Oh, you're right. Maybe it has 3. That'd be dope.
Okay, I have a question. Now that we're talking about Captain America at the end of the movie, dude, I really can't stand Captain America. He's so fucking selfish. It's like, dude, you're gonna leave Bucky in the future. You're both from the same fucking time period. You don't think he missed out on his life too and his family? Am I wrong thinking that?
Well, Bucky,
Also, hold on, really quick before I forget.
well, I have something to say also after you're done about that.
Okay, say it first.
Okay, so when Ant-Man was in the quantum realm, he said he was there for 5 hours, but in real time it was 5 years.
Right.
And when Cap goes back, I presume he lives in the past for like 40 or 50 years, but he comes
Right.
back instantly. So it's like, where's the time? They should have been there for like 50 hours waiting for Cap. You know what I mean? He comes
But
back.
he never came back. He knew they were going to be there, so he's just
So
there.
he just like walked, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's why he didn't come through the. Okay, that makes so
Yeah.
much. Dude, and I was hoping that, honestly, because speaking of selfish Cap, I thought that, and maybe this isn't super selfish, but I thought that Cap was going to go back and to live out his days in the past, but that he was going to somehow bring Tony back into the future, from a different Tony and bring him back. And I thought that at the end, the guy on the bench was going to be Tony. Like, I was like, oh my God, that's fucking Tony Stark. And then it was fucking old man Cap. And I was like,
Okay, so this threw me off when they're sending off Tony or his little arc reactor into the water.
Mhm.
It pans around and shows different superheroes.
yeah,
and
together.
Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
it kind of shows everybody one by one.
Mhm.
And then it shows I
A
forget
kid?
who's a kid behind
It's from
Scarlet
Iron
Witch.
Man 3. He's from Iron Man 3.
No, because the kid from Iron Man 3 is Peter Parker.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're thinking of
Oh,
Iron
the
Man
kid
2.
from Iron Man 3.
Dude, I had the same
Is that
question. And I was
confirmed?
like, yes.
Wait.
It's the same kid. It's the same
whoa.
actor.
Hang on.
I was
Wait.
wondering the same thing. I was like, who the hell is
That's
this kid?
awesome. That
Yeah.
kid. Okay, I need to rewatch that scene.
The
I didn't catch that.
mechanic kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
And
Yeah,
it makes
wow.
sense for him to be there. Yeah.
That is feels, man.
Wow.
What did you guys think of Pepper Potts in Iron
Holy
Man suit?
shit.
I did
That
not
was
think
cool.
she was gonna.
Dude, she
Well,
spoiled it.
Yeah, she did post pictures of her in the suit, and I completely forgot though when I was watching it.
I didn't think she was going to show up when she did, but that was
Yeah,
And we showed all the
Um,
girls together. I was like, my God.
I felt like that scene felt a little SJWE.
cool. They also included it in Infinity War.
Wait, what?
Oh, like when they save Black Widow.
Yeah. No, well, yeah. Yeah.
So real
Scarlet
quick,
Witch.
real quick. Did y'all feel that the soul going back? Did y'all feel that the Soul Stone scene? Wow, the Soul Stone scene was a bit awkward when they kept like tumbling and they're like pushing and fighting and this and that. That scene I felt like were for way too long. Like
That
they
was
were
a little weird.
No, I feel like it had to go too long.
I didn't. I mean, I was like, motherfucker, can both y'all
Because-
just jump off? Like at this point, I don't care who dies. Can both y'all die? Because it just kept going. And
Because when they're talking
uh-huh.
about who's going to jump, they're being very vague. And
Yeah,
then,
and at
then
first I was
Hawkeye
like-
looks at me, he's like, I think we're talking about different people. And I was like, oh shit, is he going to throw her off?
hmm
Like, is he like that far gone that he's going to throw her off?
I would have
And
just
then-
thrown the Red Skull off.
I love you, bro.
Right?
Yeah, and then it was like, oh shit, it can't be over that easy. And then sure enough, boom, they get stopped. I liked it. I liked it.
I thought it
Um,
was on for a really
I know
long
I'm a
time.
little nitpicky here, but I kind of don't like that they reused the music that when Thanos
I
threw off
love
Gamora.
that part.
I don't mind the music,
I-
but I was like, I guess
So
But
my
which
mom,
part?
when the music that plays,
yeah, like after you fall off, there's like a certain scene, like the
Oh,
whatever.
like it's like that Barney video when he throws Bebop
Yeah.
or whatever her name is.
So my mom mentioned something to me yesterday. She hasn't seen the movie. She doesn't really care for any movies in general, but she said that she saw that a lot of the actors were shot in different locations and they were combined in post. And it really felt like that to me. And she told me this after I saw it. But when I was watching it, like in some of those scenes where all the actors are there, it really seems like they're not in the same area. Like the way
Well,
the
what scene though?
like in the end when they're all fighting, like the billion characters,
Oh.
it just feels like that no one's in the same room. And I feel like the one thing I didn't like about this movie is that there's so many characters that I feel like a lot of them didn't really get to shine. And I felt like Civil War was going to be like that, but they found a way to make every character feel really fleshed out.
yeah, but that's like a third of the cast.
I know. In this movie, I was like, man, I really wanted more Star-Lord. I really wanted more Drax. And, a lot of the characters, like, did Shuri even have a speaking line? I don't remember. But it just felt like a lot of the
I don't think
characters. Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like a lot of the characters that people really enjoy.
Dude, yeah. I will say this. You did not see Groot until like he gets
Oh, yeah.
thrown. I was
You're
like,
right.
oh fuck, where's Groot been? Like, I didn't even see him until now.
But until he gets what?
When shit's about to hit the fan and then Rocket goes and like protects him.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You're right.
Dude, can we talk about?
I think it's when they start shooting from the sky. Wait, really quick, I wanted to get back to this because I said I was gonna forget.
Yeah.
Back to Captain America going into the past.
Mhm.
So he goes into the past to live his life with Agent Carter.
Mhm.
Babe AF.
But
Definitely.
she starts a family without him and has her niece.
Screw that family. Doesn't exist anymore.
He got
No, I know what you're
She
saying.
has her niece, and her niece is really the deciding factor of Bucky and Cap and Falcon escaping in Civil War.
I feel like it's just one of those things you just have to accept. You know?
I think it's a different
she
reality,
doesn't
though.
exist now.
It's a different reality.
But it's not a different reality.
I feel like if you get to that point though, then a lot of things become different because you know
Or let's just say that you don't know who she starts her family with.
Oh,
right?
and it's him.
It's him. That means he made out with his his
daughter,
niece.
or yeah,
Or granddaughter.
because if you say that it's not a different reality, then that means that the whole time, you know, all the movies didn't have Captain America. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
No, because Captain America would still be frozen in ice. They don't find him until like the 2000s.
So I guess
Yeah, so
I guess that begs the question though, like did Civil War happen then? Because Cap would have been like 60 during Civil War, or 70 or 80. You know what I mean? Then if you start to think about that, then you completely unravel everything else. Like did they just sign the Sokovia Accords? Like if you start thinking like that, then everything gets messy. So I don't know, maybe there wasn't a Civil War. I don't know.
I don't know either.
That does kind of bring a because
Let's just turn our heads the other way and just
let's just be
pretend
happy.
everything's okay. Yeah.
Unless there's
Dude,
two Captain Americas, I don't know.
Because they're like because they say it in the movie.
Mhm.
If you go into the past, your future is now your past.
So it's not like Back to the Future where if you do something, it affects the whole.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, because they even called it out. They were like, "So Back to the Future was full
Dude,
of
that was
shit
hilarious.
or something."
That was hilarious.
Huh.
Um,
I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot to unpack.
So when,
really
when Iron Man got the stones from Thanos at the
No,
end.
no, let's go before that.
Okay, let's go. Okay, before that.
Yeah, I thought Manny had something to say.
I want to talk about the reunion with Spider-Man and Iron
Dude,
Man. Like, dude, it hit me right in the feels again.
Because that was the loss that he took the hardest, I think, was losing the kid, you know?
The kid, yeah.
And fuck, dude, that was a good ass.
Hey, Dean, if you want to sell me your instant kill Iron Man eyes for my Iron Spider, let me know.
Will they fit?
I don't know.
I don't want to.
Wait, what? What?
Because in the movie, he uses his instant kill.
You mean from Dean's tech suit?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
I wonder if they'll fit.
It looked like the Iron Spider suit was different. Was I wrong?
No, I think it looked the same.
I think it looked the same.
Okay,
The legs fell off though. I don't know if y'all caught that. Like he got. They just
he gets thrown and they break off.
Yeah. So, going back to the Tony Stark with the gauntlet, he gets the stones off of Thanos' hand when he's about to snap them. How does he do that? Do the stones just eject?
It's a separate. Yeah, it's like a little compartment that comes off.
Oh, that's
it's all like nanobots. So,
dude, when Thanos was gonna snap for the second time, I was like, "Oh my god!"
I saw it coming from 100 miles away.
Really?
Like, his hand has been facing away from the screen. They're not there.
Yeah,
I didn't. It caught me by surprise.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise. But the one thing that really bothered me was when Tony snapped, he had his mask open, and then I feel like if his mask was closed, maybe he wouldn't have died.
I think it got damaged in battle.
But it's a nanotech, right?
Well, yeah, but then it gets damaged in Infinity War too.
True, maybe.
That's the question I had too.
I thought that Tony died when he got hit with Mjolnir. When he fell down, he was like out of the battle for like 5 minutes. I thought they were going to come and find him, and he would have been dead. I was like,
maybe right there is where his mask.
That's true.
I'll let you know tonight.
Yeah, I have to check it out again tomorrow.
Yeah,
but How about that send off? He's like, I am inevitable, and he's like, and I
am Iron Man,
am
dude.
Iron Man.
That took you back to Iron Man 1. Like,
It was
was
cool,
great.
but I felt like the
moly.
build-up was too long, and I was like, I already know what he's gonna say. But
I
it
don't
was
know. I don't
I
know what's
loved
going on with your mic, but you keep cutting out.
with my
Who,
mic.
me?
No, Zach.
Oh,
Can you hear me
I hear
now?
him okay. I
Yeah.
don't think he's cutting out.
No, I'll
Never mind.
hear him, and then it gets like real muffled. Like I barely understand what he's saying.
His mouth is on the mic. He's all giving it a mouth hug.
He's like, oh my god, Iron Man. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll never do that. So yeah, it's just really sad to see that Tony didn't make it. So I
It
guess
was
at the
a-
end of the
it was a
film,
I think it was
send-off,
a-
though.
It was
At-
a perfect. Yeah, I think it was a
Yeah.
great.
at the end of the film, Tony,
Dude.
Cap, Black Widow, and I feel like Thor and Hulk are all no longer going, and actually Hawkeye too are probably gonna be
Well,
done.
Hulk, I mean,
no, they're
Thor is now Guardians of the Galaxy with them. So
Oh
that'll
yeah,
be
the
exciting.
the
yeah,
Asgardians.
Guardians 4 is
Asgardians,
happening.
yeah.
Guardians 4
Guardians 3.
3 is happening, and the girl who plays Valkyrie
Mhm.
said that they're talking to Taika Waititi and they're gonna do a Thor 4.
Nice.
Actually, I remember that they did a pitch for it.
Yeah.
So, then
So,
is the Hulk still going to be an Avenger?
I don't
And
know. He's all fucked up now.
I feel like Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah,
won't,
his arm is
he's
messed
got his
up.
family back. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Dude.
Hawkeye's out.
Was I the only one that thought that when Hulk like had the gauntlet on, like you know how it was like damaging him? I thought he was going to turn into the Red Hulk right there.
dude, that'd have been cool.
I was
That'd-
like, whoa.
I feel
Yeah.
like that would have been too much.
Yeah,
You
I
got
love
Professor
seeing-
Hulk and then Red Hulk in one fucking movie.
I love seeing
Dude.
the Wakandans come back
That was great.
when they do the whole.
Ibombe.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, I
Okay.
get so fucking hyped.
So Captain America has this epic scene with Mjolnir.
Yeah.
He's going toe to toe with Thanos, kicking his ass.
Mhm.
Thanos kind of gets the best of him and
Hey,
overpowers Cap.
Sean is in the chat.
Oh,
What's up, Sean?
So
Dude.
he gets the better of Cap, and the army comes, right?
Yeah,
And he's like, everything I did fair.
yeah.
Without, it wasn't personal. But what I'm about to do to your planet and
It's fucking-
everyone
Oh
here
yeah, dude.
is gonna, I'm gonna take joy in it. And so it shows this epic scene where Captain America stands all alone in front of this army and Thanos. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is gonna happen? 'Cause
Same.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that they snapped their
Yeah.
fingers
Same
and
here,
brought
dude.
everyone back. I completely forgot. And then I hear Cap, and I was like, who the fuck
yeah.
is that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
And then I'm like, holy shit, it's Sam. And then the portals start opening, and I fucking lost it, dude. I was like,
Same, bro. Same.
holy shit. And then fucking Ant-Man comes out, and he's like bigger than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man's like, yeah, we were there somewhere, and it took forever.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then the Wizard Man, yeah.
the Wizard Man said we need to get going.
Dude,
holy
Thanos' face too.
shit.
Like when you watch it again, just like when he's seeing everybody come, he's
He's
just
like,
like,
"God
God
damn it."
damn it.
And then
Here we
my
go.
favorite scene, even though I didn't really like the character that much, one of my favorite scenes was when the gun stopped shooting down and then they pivot up and then Captain
Oh
Marvel fucks
yes.
the ship up and then
I'm gonna
Okay.
call her Bay Hair.
I will say this. It's super painfully obvious now. I didn't see her rescuing Tony and Nebula.
Me neither.
I was like, oh,
I
shit, yeah,
felt like that
duh,
was the only
makes
thing that could have
sense.
happened, and I didn't even
I thought they were
Well-
like the
because
trailer.
they had to have
was
gotten
gonna
back at the
lie.
beginning of the film, otherwise
and
they
he was gonna die right
Yeah,
there.
well, I thought it was going to be Pepper because she posted pictures of herself in the armor.
So
So I
and it was,
was like,
supposed to be
oh,
called
I
the
thought
rescue
maybe-
suit Pepper also.
Yeah. So
And I
I
thought
thought,
yeah, I
Well,
thought
this
maybe
one was called Peppa Pig.
right.
Oh, damn
Peppa
it.
Pig. I thought it was Pepper. The thing is, I think he said that we're like 1,000 light years away from anywhere, and I was like, okay, then it can't be Pepper because she won't be able to travel that fast.
yeah.
So that was,
So-
when they said that, I was like, I'm almost certain it's going to be Captain Marvel.
And then, so when they stopped shooting down and started shooting up, I was like, obviously it's Captain Marvel.
Yeah. But I feel like it's kind of a convenient thing that Captain Marvel wasn't there from the beginning of the fight. Because she was really overpowered. Like once she got there, the whole tide turned. Like she was.
Dude, I
only
thought
out
she
of
was gonna.
battle for the sake of causing.
I
dramatic-
thought she was gonna rip off one of the fingers to the gauntlet.
Oh, dude, me too. Yeah,
I was
so
like,
he wouldn't
yes, this is
snap.
gonna be cool. And then he just fucking bitches her, and I was like, oh,
Sean's in the
great.
chat. He says his heart hurts for Stark, and he said Thor's belly was too funny. Sean, we just mentioned earlier in the chat that we're excited to cosplay as Thor in the future. We got
Yeah.
we all got Taco Bellies going.
Taco Belly.
I will say I was really glad at. Actually, I don't know if I was glad. I was gonna say I was glad that Captain Marvel didn't have a lot of screen time, but I feel like she didn't
was
have
upset.
enough screen time.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I don't know. I didn't see Captain Marvel. I'll openly admit that, but I feel
It's
like
not
her
good.
character was just super annoying. Like in the beginning of the movie, she's like, "I'm gonna go kill Thanos," and obviously they do. But at the end, just
She's
the way
very.
the way she's looking at Spider-Man, like when he's like super beat up, she's like, "I don't know what you guys are gonna do." Like she's just too cocky, and it was good to see her
I
kind of
love that.
get bested by Thanos, even if it was just for a second, because it
Yeah.
was like now she's putting her in a place where she knows like this is a serious thing, like
Yeah.
because I felt like before that I don't think that she was taking the battle seriously, and whenever she caught them hands from Thanos, and then she had to really try to do what she was doing, I felt like then that movie got better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just really glad that she wasn't like fucking front and center the whole time, because I was like, look, we've grown up with these characters for 10 years, and she's kind of come in at the 11th hour,
Well,
and we're supposed to like give a shit.
she mentions that Earth is not the only place that's experiencing these things, and
Right.
when I was watching the whole movie, like I had completely forgotten about like that, she was a thing, and then when she comes at the end, it was like, okay, that's cool, because she was dealing with other stuff elsewhere.
Right.
But before I think that's pretty much the whole film. Like,
Yeah.
if I want to ask you guys, what is the most memorable scene / character? Like,
Captain America picking up Mjolnir.
Yep.
Easy. That
I would
was
say
so
that,
fucking
and then
cool.
Tony Stark getting the gauntlet with the stones.
Okay.
And I
Dude.
would say that Tony Stark getting the gauntlet from the stones was out of nowhere, and it's not something that people have been talking about. But for the
What?
longest time, no. What I'm going to say is, for the longest time, people have theorized like, can Cap wield Mjolnir? Like no one's theorized, can Tony Stark wield the gauntlet? You know what I mean?
Dude.
Everyone for a long time.
Where have you been? That's all anyone's talking about. Everything with his left arm. Everything has been about his left arm.
Wait,
since
what?
The first Iron Man movie.
What?
Wait, what?
Every time Tony Stark is injured, it's his left arm. From the first Iron Man movie on.
Your right arm?
Really?
Or his right arm.
Holding
Sorry.
up your right hand. You're.
His right arm.
Uh-huh.
And the gauntlet was the right gauntlet. Like, everyone's been
I-
talking about this.
I've
Where have
never-
you
I've
been?
never heard that, Dean.
Wow.
Link me, please.
I feel like I talked about it with you not that long ago.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of
Yeah,
it.
But
go
anyway,
back and
Between
pay
those
attention.
two things happening, people have theorized more about Cap wielding Mjolnir.
Dude, you know how I
No,
said
not
you know how I
lately.
said that my
Cap
diaper was all
wielded it in the
soaked?
comics, so everyone knows he wielded it in the comics.
Okay, you're gonna be that guy that brings up the comics.
You know how I said my diaper was all soaked?
Uh-huh.
When Captain America started wielding that Mjolnir, I got my diaper and I did the same thing. I threw it at the front of the screen. I could not believe what I was
So you
seeing.
ruined the movie for everyone. You're a fucking asshole.
Pretty much, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, Sean says when the woman charged up, it was epic, and he's pretty sad for Black Widow.
Dude, same.
And he said he wants to see an old man.
I don't understand. I thought they were coming out with a Black Widow movie.
Maybe it's like a prequel.
Sean says he wants an old man Cat movie. It could be him and Tywin Lannister.
Hey, but this one, the Black Widow movie is it takes place in the 20s, so that'll be even more confusing.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay, I was like,
It wouldn't be in the 20s. The fucking World War II is in the 40s.
yeah.
And then
Anyway,
Wonder Woman comes out.
we
Yeah, it's
have,
just gonna be a big ball of mess.
So we have Throne Talk coming up
That'd be funny.
Monday, which is really cool. If you guys like Game of Thrones, if you enjoyed our spoiler talk here, you'll like Game of Thrones. I got my Drogon here. Super excited, ready for that. Dean just dropped out of the chat. What's going on with Dean?
Who is that guy that you took a picture with?
Yeah. Is that Pitbull?
That's a handsome Dean.
Sorry. It's DJ
Pitbull.
Afrojack.
Is that Pitbull?
Sorry, someone called my phone, but
Oh.
my iPad like fucking went to the call.
Anyways, so we have Throne Talk. We'll talk about what's going to be a brutal episode tomorrow. I just fucking know it's going to be brutal.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We record on Monday nights for Throne Talk, and then Wednesday our normal podcast goes live. Normal podcast will be spoiler free for both of those things. So if you have any comments that you want to leave them on the video, and we'll talk about them on Tuesday if they're not too spoilery. But
For sure.
thank you guys for listening and watching. We'll see you guys on the next iteration of Collecting Weekly.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Bye.